I'm pleased to participate in this year's Global Action Initiative on Sustainable Development. We meet at a time when the world is grappling with multiple overlapping crises. Global growth prospects are deteriorating, risk of a global recession is rising, and we are in for a protracted period of weakness, hurting emerging market and developing economies. Countries are also facing high inflation, burden of higher interest rates and debt, and shortage of energy, fertilizers, and food, accentuated by the war in Ukraine. Progress in poverty reduction has stalled, exacerbating global inequality. The scarring of human capital in developing countries caused by the COVID-19 pandemic may lead to productivity losses in the future and further diminish growth prospects. Climate change, including biodiversity losses, has a large and disproportionate impact on poor, vulnerable countries, posing a major threat of development if unaddressed. These multiple crises threaten to undo decades of development and is a crisis facing sustainable development, which will require an urgent response from all of us. The World Bank with various partners have acted with urgency, supporting developing countries with data, analytics, and policy advice and search financing to help them respond to the multiple crises and navigate recovery. However, we must not lose sight of the longer-term goals of sustainable development, or what we are calling at the World Bank as green, resilient, and inclusive growth and recovery. In forging such a path, we have a unique opportunity for a reset, not only to address deficiencies in policies and investment gaps of the past, but to make sure that the interlinkages between people, planet, and the economy are adequately considered. Let me highlight a few areas where international coordination to ensure we achieve green, resilient, and inclusive development and deliver on global public goods such as climate and health needs to be addressed. First, it's clear that climate change poses a major threat to development. The climate crisis affects all countries, but it does not affect them equally. Tackling climate and development challenges together, not as trade-offs, is a key tenet of the World Bank Group's Climate Change Action Plan. Countries need to be supported to ensure a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions and adaptation are compatible with economic growth and countries' development goals. And this can be done if key conditions are met. That is, well-designed policies and reforms, strong participation of the private sector, adequate international support, including concessional financing, and appropriate complementary measures to manage unavoidable trade-offs, protect poor people's consumptions, and facilitate just transition. Now more than ever, international cooperation and joint action are critical to address the changing needs facing sustainable development, including the need for an increased focus on global public goods. At the World Bank, we are reviewing how to evolve to ensure green, resilient, and inclusive development amidst these multiple challenges. We are reviewing how to clarify and expand our mission to incorporate global public goods such as climate more explicitly and emphasize the importance of sustainability and resilience. And we are reviewing both our operational and financial models to be able to do more. In conclusion, we must take a whole of government, whole of economy, and whole of society approach, supported by international coordination and financing, to support green, resilient, and inclusive development, so that future generations can thrive.